Buying a home in Massachusetts can definitely be a very exciting process, but it can also be a bit of a nerve-wracking process, especially considering all of the costs that are involved. So on today's video, I'm going to give a breakdown of the main expenses that you will encounter as a buyer to purchase a home in Massachusetts. Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather. I'm a real estate agent here in the state of Massachusetts with Next Home Signature Realty. And on today's video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of the main expenses that you will encounter as a buyer here in the state of Massachusetts. So first and foremost is going to be your home purchase price. So the median home price in Massachusetts is around $500,000. However, it's a wide range of areas. You can certainly expect to spend much more, and then there are other areas that are more affordable. So it just depends on which location that you want to be in, and of course your price point and your budget and all of those things are going to factor into that as well. One of the main things you're going to be looking at when you go to purchase a home is going to be your down payment. So many lenders will allow down payments as low as 3% for conventional loans if you're a first-time home buyer, and then 3.5 for an FHA loan. So definitely something that you're going to want to check with your lender about to see what you qualify for and how much you can put down. But one thing to keep in mind is that the more you put down, the less that you'll pay monthly, and that the more you put down, I believe it's like 20% for a conventional loan, and that might allow you to avoid paying the private mortgage insurance, the PMI. So lots of things to discuss with your lender once you get to that point, but just something to keep in mind in terms of the costs associated with purchasing a home. And then in terms of closing costs, I know this is a subject that I often get this question asked a lot. What exactly is involved with closing costs, and how much can you be looking to spend on those costs? So closing costs typically range from 2 to 5% of the home's price. So like, for example, a $500,000 home, that could be around $10,000 to $25,000 in closing costs, but that would include the appraisal, which typically is around $300 to $600. A home inspection typically would be around $300 to $600. And then title and insurance can be about anywhere between $500 to $1,500. And then you also have your attorney fees. So in Massachusetts, we often require an attorney to handle the closing. So that can cost around $1,000 to $2,000. And then recording fees are a few $100s for that. So those would be the breakdown of your closing costs for purchasing a home in Massachusetts. And another thing to factor in, like I had mentioned earlier, is the PMI, the mortgage insurance. So if your down payment is less than 20%, you will likely need to pay private mortgage insurance, which again, it's considered PMI, which it adds extra cost to your monthly payments. And it can range anywhere from $50 to $300 per month, in that range. I mean, it's going to depend on your loan size. So that's going to be completely personal to the loan size that you take out and the amount of house that you're purchasing. And another cost that you're going to want to consider is going to be property taxes. So that's definitely a pretty significant cost in Massachusetts. So rates can vary, but they generally range from 1% to 2% of the property's value per year. So for example, a $500,000 home, it might be between $5,000 and $10,000 annually, but that's definitely just something to keep in the back of your mind and to factor in when you are planning to purchase a home in Massachusetts. Another thing that's going to be on the list of expenses is your homeowners insurance. So homeowners insurance is typically required by lenders, and the average cost in Massachusetts for that is going to be about $700 to $1,500 per year, but it definitely can be more. So it's going to depend on factors like location, size. Also, if you're purchasing a home in an area where there's a risk of flooding or any natural disasters, those things will factor into that as well, the cost of that as well. And for first-time home buyers, if you're purchasing a home for the first time, Massachusetts does have various programs to help first-time home buyers. So just a few off the top of my head are the mass housing. So they offer like a low down payment loans and down payment assistance programs. And then the first-time home buyer tax credit. At a federal level, there may be tax credits or deductions that are available to help with the purchase of your first home. And There are a few other ones, but just definitely something to keep in mind if you are a first-time home buyer and looking to purchase in Massachusetts, that there are programs like that out there for you. And that is pretty much going to cover the costs of the home purchase, of the purchasing process. Of course, after you purchase your home, there's going to be home maintenance and utilities that you have to account for. But that's just part of your budgeting for being a homeowner. So that is going to kind of do it for today's video. If you have any other questions about purchasing a home as a first-time home buyer or not, just feel free to reach out to me. I can answer any questions that you might have. And yeah, that's it. So if you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so you're notified when I post my next video. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day.